Hey, everybody. Listen, I'm just here for a brief second because I want to express myself about a video that I just watched. And this is, it was all God because I'm like, yeah, I made the video the other day to say that this is the hour that Treasure gets to speak, that Shalonda gets to just take off mask and to really say to you what God has given me over time. And this video just really tugged at that place, and I want to address it. I want to speak on it. Um, I don't even know the young lady's name. I didn't go into depth to try to find the original video or anything like that with her name on it. Obviously, she's known well enough to where she has enough followers and things like that. She spoke in the video about coming on to, joke and to tell jokes or smile or whatever. But her expression in this video hurt me so much to my core. And not for the reasons that it hurt others. And I'm not speaking about what you may feel about it or what others may feel, but what I'm saying is there are those who are offended because of her comments and her expression. I am hurting for her because I know that her pain is so real and so deep, and that there are those who would rather judge what she's saying as opposed to hearing what she's saying. She is hurting. She has been speaking, and she says she's been speaking about God, and she speaks about God and how good he is and things like that. But in this moment, she doesn't feel like God is good. And she used profanity, and she just was expressing herself, and she said, I'm not apologizing for it. And I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to hear me. I think I mentioned this, or if I haven't, I when I'm doing my coaching, I am coaching women in making healthy their mental to maintain it. As a mental health support coach, I am every day dealing with women who are in so much pain, but they don't know how to express it, or they're afraid to express it because of the judgment that comes along with their true feelings. Do y'all understand that God is the God of everything that exists, and he is not surprised by what it is that we go through or what we're feeling or why? This is the reason why the gospel is peace and the gospel is love. The embracing of the mind of Christ is so that we can go in ourselves and begin to do the work to be transformed by the renewing of our minds, right? So that we can then understand the power of the kingdom of heaven that is within us, and that we are able to shift and adjust things based on the things that we learn and understand. But all of that should bring us peace. If it is not bringing us peace, then we explore further to what is not bringing us peace, address it, deal with it, be honest about it, and then we do the work. But when you are so defeated, when you are so broken, when you are so hurt by the things that have happened in this life, you cannot sit up here and tell me that she needs to adjust her words, or she needs to change her thought process, or she needs to do whatever, because right now in this moment, she is just simply in pain. Do you understand how difficult it is for a person to try to measure up to our religious or educational or financial or whatever, all these statuses that we have? People are trying to measure up and live it, and then they're having everyday real life occurrences. I don't know exactly what happened with her, but I know that she says, I will not come up out of this until I get my kids back. So I don't know what happened to her children, what happened with their children. I'm not going to go further into assessing that. Only if I do, it will be to pray and to cover her. These are the moments where the strong bear the infirmity of the weak. And y'all want to talk about how she just need to do this, and oh my God, and oh God, she just blasphemed. No. God knows. He knows. He knows the extent of her pain. He knows why that pain is there. And in this moment, I would not approach her and say, hey, you need God, or you need to see things different, or you're in sin, or any of this other. Man, come on, bro. fronting. Fronting like you don't feel this pain sometimes. Fronting like you don't understand that what she's going through. Fronting like you don't understand what your children or your people around you are going through. This is painful when you don't know the formula to come up out of it. Now, hear me. There are things that we can learn where we can get centered and stay centered and we see life from a certain perspective. But until she gets to that place, guess what? Strong you, bear the infirmity of the weak and pray for her. Cover her, love her, send words of affirmation as opposed to ridicule and drama. She's sitting up here saying, I don't care what y'all say anyway. And truth be told, this may be a temporary feeling. She may come out of it later after she has her own time with God or whatever the case might be, or she may not do it at all. But he knows. He knows. It grieves me when I look at the state of our consciousness. And because we think we know everything, or we think we know what another person should feel and think, how they should talk, the way they should relate to life, we just assume all of a sudden that God is feeling the same way. No. God knows exactly what we're feeling. We are literally a part of a greater whole. Everything that is connected can feel the next thing. If you cannot feel her pain, or anybody who goes live to talk about the weight that they're carrying or the feelings that they have or the emotions that they're feeling, if you can't feel any of that, are you even connected? There are some people, even if they do not feel it to the level where they are mourning or grieving over it, they feel it, they understand it, and they end up sending her as much love and as much positive energy as possible because they understand that, yes, life hits this hard sometimes. And it could be because of where we are in our state of mind or how we feel or how we think, but we leave room for growth and maturity and expansion. And the one who is feeling like they are at a place where they cannot climb out in this is the walk of love. Judge, lest she not be judged. Because when you get to a place where life is handing you some nails and you are literally driving them through your own feet, through your own hands and your own mind, not in an attempt to crucify the fleshly things, right? Because you don't even have the power or the strength to do it in the moment. One day, I believe with my whole heart that she'll find the peace that she needs. But until then, I'll be praying for her. Until then, if she needs to vent, scream, cry, whatever, and this goes for all of the ladies that I reach and touch on a regular basis. I am not here to make you change everything about yourself because I'm judging you. My coaching program, Inspired Oppression, is so that we can learn the power and the strength of pressing up, having the tools and things like that to press up. But when you are in your weakest moment, then the strong bear the infirmity of the weak. Y'all, we have got to stop being so judgmental and actually put ourselves in a position where we understand that when we were going through our worst times, we didn't need nobody talking smack about us, throwing shade at us, making it seem like we shouldn't feel what we feel. And, oh, you just need to get up and get over it. Listen, it's okay to say, no, I'm not okay. I may want to be okay. I may want to feel differently about this thing, because all of us, even when we're going through the worst situations in our life, simply we just want that pain to stop. We want to be okay. But trying to be okay is not always as easy as some others may think. And until she gets to that place, send prayers to every individual in this earth right now who is dealing with grief, who is dealing with emotional overload, who is dealing with mental health, who is dealing with all these things. I pray that you will begin to feel the peace of God so deep within yourself today. And I'll be praying for you. And I love you just because I can. I may not know your name, may not have never met you in my life, but listen, your feelings are valid. I pray that peace that surpasses all understanding be your portion. I really, really, really do. I really, really, really do. Talk to y'all soon.